As leaders, all of us have spent years delivering advice and being promoted and praised for it. And that has become our marker of competence. We are doing The Coaching Habit by Michael Bungay-Stainer. One of the reasons for choosing this book this year, not least because it's one of my favourites, is that actually they've brought out a 10th anniversary edition. The book talks about 3 vicious circles that plague our workplace, creating overdependence, getting overwhelmed, and becoming disconnected. The book mostly looks at one-to-one conversations, but actually it positions it within the broader context of organisational challenges. It talks about what happens when we don't pay attention to what we're paying attention to. Coaching Habit doesn't promise a solution to these vicious circle problems, but it does promise a way to ensure that each of our conversations can be more focused, more impactful, and more empowering. It promises that you too can lead teams to become more self-sufficient and more impact-led. So today's session is designed to dive into what happens and what we can do when our drive to be helpful actually trips us up, and when our need for speed sees us digging in the wrong hole. Because the system and your behaviours have trained them to be reliant on you. You create overdependence. It's disempowering for them and it becomes exhausting for you. The second problem, or that vicious circle, is overwhelm. We need to acknowledge that leaders and people have busy lives. And it's how are you taking a leadership style that is coaching? When is that appropriate and when is it not? And how do you help people to prompt their own thinking? It's asking leaders to embody a different relationship with their authority, turning the doing of coaching into being of coaching. So it's helping people to feel deeply heard, to feel deeply seen, and to be deeply encouraged. The central premise of the book is not about becoming nicer or becoming more patient. It's about helping people to help the organisations to become more capable. The Coaching Habit offers a series of 7 questions. The kickstart question, which is, what's on your mind? Question number 2 is the OR question, and OR is an acronym for and what else. The third question is the focus question. What's the real challenge here for you? Question number 4 is the foundation question. What do you want? Question 5, how can I help? Question number 6 is, if you're saying yes to this, what are you saying no to? And the question 7, the final question, is the learning question, which is, what was most useful for you? The third element of organisational problems was that disconnection piece. And the book links that disconnection to the reality of having too much activity and too little choice. It's when people find themselves trying to get through the day. They find themselves in survival mode. They lose sight of the impact and the significance of their work. And then the question that this book has prompted me to ask of myself, where does my own desire to be seen as intelligent and as valuable as the other people in the room shorten other people's thinking? 10 seconds of sitting on my hand and that 10 seconds of restraint outperforms 10 years of experience